What's going on, people? It's your boy John. Let me just get situated in a more comfortable position. That's right. What's going on? What's going on? It's been a while since I've done a video on this topic. The flatline, the dreaded flatline. And it goes into another sort of area that we talk about when it comes to the flatline, and that's anxiety. Okay, anxiety, depression. It's pretty damn common. I'm seeing a trend. A lot of people that talk about it. Also, my beard just looks so majestic, doesn't it? My God, it's so big. Everyone talks about it. It's a general trend, going through depression or anxiety whilst you're coming off that habitual pattern of destruction that you were in. And what are some ways you can mediate these effects? Okay, because chances are it's probably intense. If you're searching it up and you're looking for places, you're trying to find information on this subject, then it's probably intense. It's probably affecting you quite intensely. So you're wondering, how can I mediate it? How can I get out of it? How can I stop it? Okay, number one, what you're experiencing is typical withdrawal. Okay, the body doesn't really know what's going on. You've taken a stimulus away from it, which it was used to for so long, and it doesn't know what to do with the excess hormones. Okay, we see this happen a lot when people take a sort of drug or something. Okay, if they go on medication, it takes around, what do they say, it takes 3 to 6 months before the drug kicks in, because the body doesn't know what to do with the new stimulus, and it doesn't know what to do with the new hormones. Usually, if it's a hormonal drug, it doesn't know what to do with it, so the body has to either reject or accept it. Now, because we're talking about internal hormones with you, we're talking about the internal makeup of your brain and it returning to natural baseline levels, the timeline is a bit, it's a bit here and there. Some people say 3 months, some people say a year, some people say 2 years, whatever. I say it doesn't matter about the time frame. What matters is your brain is experiencing a rewiring. Okay, the brain is rewiring and the body is using more testosterone, but it doesn't really know. I think it doesn't really know what's going on. So it's kind of rejecting it at first, and it's creating these hormonal imbalances are creating anxiety, which is the brother of depression. Okay, depression and anxiety are two very, very linked things. Anxiety is the cause of depression. Okay, when anxiety gets too much, you fall into a depression, because anxiety is fear. Depression is I've given up because of the fear. Okay, so that's what's going on inside. That's the internal chemistry. That's the makeup, okay, of what's going on. I'm not a scientist, so I don't know that verbatim, but what I do know is that anxiety that I felt when I was coming off the first sort of flatline that I was going through, that felt like that was my life, man. That felt like I was gonna be like that forever. It was intense. It was horrible, man. I remember what it was like. It was, every single day was a terrible, terrible day. But you know what? It was in that crazy mode where I realized that, holy shit, this is how bad it was, man. This is how bad my addiction was. This is how crippling this vice was. And it literally was a vice. It was something, it was a crutch that I was holding on to, for what? For an empty false promise. And where was it going to take me? It's the rabbit hole down to degeneracy. That's where it would take me. That was the only thing, literally, if I think back, that was the only thing going on in my life, which was something to look forward to. And that's pretty pathetic. That's very pathetic. It is, and I'll be the first one to admit that. And coming off it and going through this flat line, going through the anxiety and the depression, it caused me to be very introspective. It caused me to go really deep within and be like, wow, how far does this parasite reach? In what areas of my life is it affecting me? And it's crippling my success in so many different areas. And all these fears and these corrupted desires and corrupted wishes and unfulfilled this and that, and frustration and anger and depression and anxiety, they all came to the surface. Everything came up. All these things that I'd been neglecting for so long in my life were starting to come and started to torment me in various forms, in various demonic entities. They were coming up and they were attacking me in my sleep, when I was awake, when I wouldn't get even a few seconds of a break from these demons. They'd just be like that, instant, keep coming, keep coming, keep coming. And this is a normal process. This is going to happen to everyone that goes through this, okay? Because in order to be a normal person again, in order to go back to the normal you, The old you has to die. And this is what the old you was kind of covering up, these demons. It was covering it up. It was throwing it away with porn and masturbation, which is it's a nulling agent. It's a deadifying agent, if that makes any sense. It dulls your senses, it dulls your consciousness, it makes you brain dead. Quite literally. You just imagine, think about the few seconds after you bust them out when you're watching porn. You're like, you're in another universe, you're in another parallel, man. You're not even here on this earth, you're not present at all. So you're recovering from that state, you're recovering from that no life state, and your life is starting to come back into you. It's gonna take time. This anxiety you're feeling is very, very natural, okay? And it probably is crippling, but don't let it be crippling, okay? Just watch it. Watch it and just accept it. Accept whatever your mind says. You say, okay, it's there. Even if it's terrible, even what your mind is saying is horrible, horrible shit. Sometimes the mind does that, it plays tricks on you. It's horrible. You just say, you know what, this is just a thought. It's just a thought. It's gonna pass. It's in my perception. And this is the dirt. Everything that's in my mind is the dirt that I've collected over the years and that I've repressed or I've corrupted or whatever. It's just dirt. It's software that's being misused. And this is all the corrupted data. And now I'm seeing it, and because I can see it, that means I'm cleaning through it. That means I'm actually getting rid of it, okay? If you couldn't see it, that means you're not getting rid of it, you're not working on it. But if you're seeing it, it's there in your conscious awareness, and therefore it's being rid of as you watch it. But you've got to be neutral about it. Don't judge it. Don't be like, I've had a bad thought, so I'm bad. No, don't do that. That's what your mind wants. Don't do that. You simply view the thought as what it is, and you let it go. You let it go, and if it keeps coming back, you let it come back. Let it come back. Let it sit. Let it make a home in your head, man. Let it make a home. But you are just the perception. You're the conscious perceiver. You are not the thought, and you are not the movement of thought. Just meditate for 10 minutes, and you'll see that the thoughts will come and go. They're they've got a life of their own. They just come and go, and they depend on your attention and your energy. But I'm going off topic. The anxiety and the depression that you feel is very natural. Okay, it will pass. The old word, this too shall pass, is your mantra for this period. Okay, it will pass. It will go away. Just endure it. You know, if you can endure it, then endure it. You will endure it. That's what I'm saying. You will endure it because you're not going to give up. If you're doing this thing, it means that you are not someone who gives up easy. You're not someone who will be defeated easily, and you are someone who will be resilient and make it through this bad period. Okay, but it's just that. It's just a bad period. It's a dip in your life. It's not going to stay like that. It's always going to get better from here on out. Okay, so I'm just here to remind you that it's very natural to go through this. This is the demons of your past coming back, all the frustrations, all the desires and the angers and the wills and all this bullshit. It's coming up. Let it come up. Look at it and then say sayonara to it and let it fuck off. Because it won't come back after that. Once you've dealt with it, it won't come back. Because you are cleaning yourself physically, mentally, and of course spiritually. Okay? So I hope this helped. Hope this helped for you anxious bras out there. It will get better, don't worry. Okay? Your anxiety is simply a symptom of low testosterone. That's what I've kind of bottled it down to. It's a symptom of low testosterone, and during this withdrawal period, the body it doesn't know what to do with the excess testosterone. Basically, it doesn't know what to do with the androgen receptors, which are there to actually be used now, and you're essentially growing your androgen receptors back. Okay, so usually this happens when people go through withdrawals of any kind, and it happens when they get on a new drug as well. So this is what my mind is telling me. I don't know if it's right or wrong, but all I know is these withdrawals are natural, because essentially you'd been depleting yourself of testosterone for so long, and now it's back in your body, and body doesn't know what to do with it. But you will reach a baseline level. You will reach a clarity, a calm period. You will reach a period where there is no anxiety, where your social anxiety is fucked, where and that doesn't mean, of course, things are just going to happen for you. You still have to go out and get them. But I'm saying the damage that you were doing, that is going to be repaired so that you can now go and function in life as a normal person rather than someone who was crippled by everything previously. That's the difference, okay? So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it helped out, and I'll see you in the next one. Take it easy.